107.5 WBLS, your number one source for R&B.
107.5 WBLS in the company of your girl Shaila. And I think this is like Capricorn week or something. First Tyrese, and then we've got another Capricorn brother who has just crashed the studio. And I'm going to keep him trapped, y'all, for a whole hour.
Huh?
Yes.
He owe me some money. Tell me that you need to call me.
All right, well, I will do that. R.Kelly is in the building, y'all. Yes, honey, welcome. And I feel underdressed. This brother is in. Tell him what you got on, R.Kelly.
Well, first of all, this is a custom made suit. This whole thing. This is they had me doing a lot of stuff today, different things. So I was underdressed for one, overdressed for the other one the last time. So I said I'm gonna wear a suit and they're gonna have to deal with it.
Okay. Yeah, well, next time I'm gonna come dressed to the nines. This Saturday I will dress.
Right.
I'll dress up for you. R.Kelly's 27 years deep, my brother, in this industry. Majority of the people who are listening to this station right now have been with you for the whole ride.
I'm gonna clap for y'all.
Yes.
I appreciate that.
So I kind of understood when they said that your next album is called Buffet, because I know that you have not only had a buffet of R&B and hip hop and gospel, all that over the 27 years, but now you also have a buffet of fans. Because the last time I went to the theater at the Garden and saw you saw people from all walks of life.
Absolutely.
Standing up for the entire 2.5 hours, by the way.
It was the most wonderful, weirdest thing I've ever seen in my life, to have all genres and generations of fans out there, and singing the songs. And, of course, each generation had their favorite, which is why I came up with the buffet.
Yeah. Well, so I was right.
Oh, absolutely.
Really, I was on.
That's where it all came from.
Well,
absolutely.
We right here, Capricorns.
Yes,
That's
all
what
you
we
can
are.
hear.
Yeah. So what I would like for you to do today is play chef and create a buffet, though, of music that was poignant in your life before public announcement. Okay? So we're going to create a soundtrack to R.Kelly's life.
There you go.
And we're going to start with, I guess, when you first was introduced, a lot of us were introduced to music through what our moms played.
Yeah.
So give us a song that takes you back to that period in your life.
Well, one that sticks out of my mind is Al Green. Love and happiness, something that'll make you do wrong, make you do right.
So
that's one of them.
And where were you? Where were you? Take us back to that time.
I was on the porch. My mom would, always come out. They would play cards on the porch, drink a couple of beers on the porch. Everything went down on the porch. So
really,
but it didn't go down without music.
Right.
And Al Green and even Sam Cooke and Marvin Gaye and all those guys. That would be the background. That would be the backdrop of those moments. And I would always remember those songs. And I would always love sitting out there on the porch playing and. Fire hydrant, the water, the whole nine, playing football in the streets and all that stuff. But that was the main thing I believe that was the seed.
Really,
that jumped in me. I believe.
Well, before we get to Al Green, speaking of ball, I heard you are quite the baller. Well, I mean, maybe you can still play. You still got a little in you.
Oh, absolutely. We play every night. Every time I get a chance, I play basketball. Before all my shows.
So did you almost get drafted? What was that about?
I tried out USBL.
Okay.
I played semi-pro for the Atlantic City Seagulls, in which we won a championship. And
really,
yeah.
How many points you had?
Points, averaged maybe about 6 points, or something like that. I didn't play as much as I wanted to because they had great players on the team.
Right.
Some which pros now, I think. Or went pro eventually. But we had a great time. It was a great experience. I stopped the music for 2 years. And went and did that. Yeah,
wow.
Love basketball.
All right. Chef Kelly in the building, creating a buffet, a soundtrack to his life prior to public announcement. Let's go to the next stage of your life, and I guess this would be your teen years, and maybe starting to do a little bit more singing.
Yeah, Stevie Wonder, as I remember, when I was 13, 14, came in the picture, and of my life when my mother would make me slow the record down and to this one song. I think it was Master Blaster, yeah. And he would get to the end of Master Blaster, and he would do the real fast part, and she knew what he was saying. And she would tell me what he's saying, but when I would listen to it, it didn't sound like he was. And then he'd be done. I'd be like, wait a minute, nah, that was a riff. That wasn't. He wasn't really saying nothing.
Right.
But when she slowed it down, I heard exactly what he said. She made me study it, and I studied it. I got it to this day. And he go, "Oh, I bet you if someone approached you yesterday to tell you that you would be jamming, you would not believe it because you never thought that you would be jamming." So
Are you serious?
Yeah, man. So I had to learn that thing, and then when I learned that, she said, "If you learn that, you can learn anything."
That's amazing.
So that inspired me to learn a whole lot more after I got that down. Pat.
You know what? Because I always thought he was scatting. I didn't think he was really
like
saying anything.
Or something. Yeah,
say it one more time.
Oh, I bet you if someone approached you yesterday to tell you that you would be jamming, you would not believe it because you never thought that you would be jamming. Which is he saying, oh, I bet you if someone approached you yesterday to tell you that you would be jamming, you would not believe it because you never thought that you would be jamming.
Master Blaster.
Yeah, man.
107.5 WBLS trapped in the studio. R.Kelly with yours truly, Shaila. We're sitting there talking about when Alicia Keys was here, and we were talking about all the songs we sang all wrong. It wasn't until years later that we found out they were saying something totally different. What song is that for you, R?
Well, for me, it's quite a few, but what sticks out in my head right now is Good Times. Good times, anytime you need a favor. Good time, anytime you need a friend. Good time.
Right.
Times, not getting hustled. Keeping your head above water. Then you kind of like play it
right.
You know what I'm saying? Nobody knew what that part meant.
Right. So yes, we all have them, and thank you so much for helping us to dig deep into your, before public announcement.
Absolutely.
Because I go back that far. I remember talking to you and public announcement when y'all first came out with Born into the 90s. Wow. So it's a pleasure to see you grow this much. But let's go to the next phase of your life. Now, you have just gotten into the music industry, but of course there's other songs that still play an important part of your life.
Yeah,
by other artists. Who else would that be?
Well, at the time I came out, no doubt about it, Guy was Teddy Riley, Guy, Aaron Hall and all of those guys, they were really doing it big. And
Uptown, baby. That's right.
Man, and New Jack Swing had just been introduced. And, I was just trying they had to cut me in or cut it out. And I was like, and then I was inspired to do Honey Love and all of that vibe and all of that stuff. And,
off of the
so let's
New
chill.
Jack Swing.
Let's chill.
Let's chill.
Aaron's voice on Let's Chill was like, I didn't know what to do with myself. Like, I really had to get in this business at that point.
So if you had to choose a group other than Public Announcement back in the 90s that you could be a part of, what group would it be? Would it be Guy? Would you have liked to be a part of that group?
They had Aaron. We wouldn't have
got along.
Not at all. It would have been a clash from the jump on that.
Right. So who do you think?
I liked Silk.
Yeah.
And of course, I think me and KC, Jodeci, I think we would have worked. I think, I would have took my little background spot.
Right. KC, JoJo, and Ara.
Yeah. I would,
Thank you so much for giving us a buffet of the music that pretty much shaped you.
Right.
To get to the point where you are today. Now, tell us a little bit about what we're going to hear Saturday night at the Prudential Center. Are we going to get some of the new buffet?
Well, you're not going to get any of the buffet just yet. We
not even one?
We saving that one. But, you definitely, I always tell people, expect the unexpected when R.Kelly approaches the stage because, how a preacher go away from the Bible and just go into other things, because they feel the spirit. Right. That's what I do pretty much on my show. I'll practice and put it together and, rehearse. But once I get out there and I feel the fans, I kind of go off the map, so you just got to expect the unexpected, but just expect that it will be a great show. And I'm bringing all my hits, and we're just going to have a jam session and have some fun. And
you are a showman, too. I mean, you don't just come and stand on the stage and expect, there's a lot of visual happening, as well as the music.
Yeah.
So I guess we will get a whole 27-year ride then,
Absolutely.
since we, might not get any of the new buffet, we'll get 27 years in that, and that we thank you for.
Oh, man, I appreciate it.
Floetry will be opening for R.Kelly, which is awesome. I think this is the second time around with them.
Mm-hmm.
And since we were talking about Trapped in the Closet, what is going on with that? Is it going to become a Broadway play? Is it going to become something other than what it was?
I'll let you in on a secret. There's a lot of people really like bidding and fighting over the next 40 chapters that I've done. And we're just trying to, figure it all out, because I got 40 more chapters that's just like ridiculously funny and crazy. So that I've done already. We just got to shoot them. So we got a few people bidding over who's going to shoot it and put it out.
And any movies that we might see you be a part? Do you want to get into that?
Absolutely. I'm writing a movie right now, in the middle of writing a movie right
Really?
now. And it's called Blue Sway, and it's a blues movie, like slash drug movie type thing. It's sort of like the New Jack City, but it's mixed with blues music and things like that.
Okay.
That's going to be very big. I really do believe it. It's my first movie I've written, so I'm writing that right now, where it has a whole blues soundtrack and everything.
R&B opera. I mean, pretty much a movie musical then.
Yeah, it's like a movie, sort of like that. Absolutely.
Wow. Well, we wish you the best. Please let us trap you again in the studio once you decide to come out with Buffet. We don't have a date for it yet. No.
It comes out in September. September what? 25th. September 25th.
Oh, so we do have a date on when it's coming out.
September 25th, yeah.
And however the spirit moves him, we may get it on Saturday night at the Prudential Center. We might get a little piece of it. Right. Maybe not. But the one thing we will get is a 27-year journey of some of the finest ear candy that we've gotten from Mr. R.Kelly. Thank you so much for helping us create this buffet of music.
I really enjoyed it. Thank you so much.
All right, then. R.Kelly, y'all, Saturday, Prudential Center with Floetry. Get your tickets at Ticketmaster.com.